If you don't consume your coffee properly, you expose yourself to risks like hyperlipidemia, hypercholesterolemia, diabetes, glaucoma, and even cancer. Today, coffee is probably one of the most controversial drinks. Experts in the media constantly waver between its supposed benefits and its health risks. But why do we find it so hard to give up? Is it because of addiction? Not exactly. In reality, coffee is deeply ingrained in our culture. It marks the end of meals, punctuates our days during breaks, and often becomes an occasion to meet on a terrace. Coffee has a clear duality. Depending on how you consume it, it can either improve your health or severely compromise it. It's entirely possible to drink several cups of coffee a day while still reaping its benefits. Let's discover together 4 rules for consuming your coffee in a healthy way and turning it into a daily health asset. The first rule for drinking coffee healthily concerns the preparation method. To make coffee, the beans are first roasted and then ground. The coffee can then be extracted under pressure with a machine, brewed using a paper filter, or even enjoyed as instant coffee. But did you know that coffee also contains oils? These oils make up about 1% of the dry weight of coffee beans and are responsible for the foam on the surface of your drink, called crema in Italy. This crema is prized by coffee lovers because it contributes to the coffee's aroma and flavor. However, this oil, known as Cafestol, has health implications. When ingested, Cafestol is transformed by our liver into cholesterol, thus increasing our blood cholesterol levels by about 1% per cup. Excessive coffee consumption and therefore Cafestol intake can increase cardiovascular disease risks and raise mortality by 25%. This is not insignificant. Moreover, coffee also increases the risk of developing glaucoma, an eye disease that can lead to vision loss. Yet, coffee also has beneficial effects on health. Moderate consumption can improve type 2 diabetes management and promote better recovery after exercise. So it's not about quitting coffee, but rather reducing Cafestol consumption. And it's doable. So how do you get rid of this oil? It all depends on the preparation method. Coffee filtered using a paper filter, cold brew drip coffee, or certain ceramic filters effectively remove Cafestol. Instant coffee is also low in Cafestol as it's removed during freeze drying, the process of dehydration by freezing. These methods eliminate over 95% of Cafestol, making these coffees much healthier. However, their flavor suffers a bit. On the other hand, espresso machines or capsules without filters don't remove Cafestol at all. An important scientific study examined the relationship between coffee brewing methods and mortality. This study is particularly relevant because until now, coffee had been studied globally, without considering the brewing method. Yet, we don't all drink the same type of coffee. The study followed more than 500,000 Norwegian adults aged 20 to 79 over 20 years, divided into groups based on their coffee consumption. Those who don't drink it at all, those who use paper filters, those who drink both filtered and unfiltered coffee, and those who only drink espresso without filters, which is rich in Cafestol. It was found that men drinking filtered coffee had a 12% lower mortality rate compared to those who didn't drink it at all. The mixed group, drinking both filtered and unfiltered coffee, saw a 7% reduction, while no notable benefit was observed in espresso drinkers. Coffee, rich in antioxidants, is therefore beneficial when consumed in moderation. Among women, those who drank filtered coffee saw their mortality rate drop by 20%, with a significant 28% decrease in the mixed group and 17% for those who only drank espresso. Coffee seems to be particularly beneficial for women, regardless of the group, although filtered coffee consumption yields better results than espresso alone. While the type of coffee matters, what about the quantity? It's been shown that consuming 1 to 4 cups of filtered coffee results in the lowest mortality rate. Conversely, drinking more than 9 cups of unfiltered coffee per day increases the risk of cardiovascular disease by 9%. So if you drink a lot of coffee or only espressos, the benefits of coffee are lower, while the risks increase. Thus, if you have cardiovascular issues or need to monitor your cholesterol, opt for low Cafestol coffees like filtered coffee or drip coffee. You can still enjoy the benefits of coffee. Even healthy individuals can benefit from reducing Cafestol as it helps lower mortality rates. The second rule for drinking coffee healthily is to choose the right time to consume it. We tend to drink our coffee first thing in the morning, still sleepy, to start the day off, right? However, drinking coffee upon waking isn't beneficial for health. It's obvious that having coffee on an empty stomach is not ideal for the stomach, but it goes further than that. A cup of coffee taken immediately upon waking can spike your blood sugar levels. A study conducted by researchers at the University of Bath in the UK examined the effects of sleep quality and morning coffee consumption on blood sugar levels. The 29 healthy participants, aged 21, were divided into two groups. One group slept more than 8 hours straight, while the other was woken up every hour, each time for 5 minutes. The result? There was no significant difference in blood sugar levels between those who slept well and those whose sleep was interrupted. However, individuals who slept poorly and drank coffee immediately upon waking saw a considerable increase in their blood sugar levels, with a 20% rise in sugar levels and a 15% rise in insulin levels. After a bad night's sleep, your tired body releases cortisol, the stress hormone, to provide energy. A high cortisol level combined with caffeine is suspected of exacerbating the rise in blood sugar levels, which harms your health. It's therefore not advisable to drink coffee upon waking, especially if you're tired. If you must have your morning coffee, wait at least 2 hours after waking when cortisol levels have dropped. If you really can't go without coffee upon waking, then opt for decaf. The third rule for healthy coffee consumption is to pay attention to the temperature. We all love to drink our coffee piping hot, fresh out of the machine. However, drinking coffee that is too hot is dangerous for your health and can lead to esophageal cancer. In fact, the International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified beverages over 65 degrees Celsius, 149 degrees Fahrenheit, as carcinogenic agents. Regular consumption of overly hot beverages damages the cells of the esophagus, causing inflammation and lesions, thus increasing the risk of cancer. In cafes or restaurants, coffee is often served at around 70 degrees Celsius, 158 degrees Fahrenheit. Therefore, it is better to wait 2 to 3 minutes before enjoying your coffee to protect your health. The fourth and final rule for making coffee a health ally is to sprinkle it with cinnamon. Why cinnamon? Because it has anti-inflammatory properties, improves insulin sensitivity, reduces blood sugar levels, promotes weight loss, and has antimicrobial properties. It pairs perfectly with a cappuccino too. Cinnamon contains enzymes like alpha-glucosidase and amylase inhibitors, which slow down the breakdown of sugars, making it beneficial for us. Another compound, methyl hydroxychalcone polymer, has similar effects on pancreatic enzymes, further lowering blood sugar levels. Opt for organic cinnamon and lightly sprinkle it on your coffee. Just a small spoonful is enough. Coffee is so ingrained in our lives that it's hard to give it up, especially with all its benefits. Instead of quitting abruptly, just change a few habits so that your daily coffee becomes a health ally. Adopt healthy habits for a long and healthy life. If you found this video helpful, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share these valuable insights. Until the next video with more tips for healthy aging, take care of yourself and stay in shape.